Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to QD's Talk Time. I am your host, LaQuisha Blair, but you can call me Q, as all of my friends do, and I hope that you are one of my new friends. So, let's get into it. My birthday was December the 19th, as I told you previously in the last podcast, and I just wanted to kind of tell you how my day went. I actually enjoyed myself. It was Sunday, this past Sunday, and I got up and we had dinner at church because, of course, we were doing our holiday celebration at church on Sunday, and we kind of made it a combination deal where it was our holiday celebration and my birthday celebration all wrapped up into one. So I had cooked, of course. I made the collard greens that I told you about, and I had gifts, because of course we always swap gifts, and I brought extra just in case we had people that stopped by to fellowship with us and wasn't aware or didn't have a gift. We did not want to leave anybody out. So Sunday morning, we get to church, and it was a beautiful service. We just, I don't know about you, but in our church, we like to laugh. And if you can't tell, I love to laugh. So, our pastor, who is, by the way, my sister, overseer, we call our pastor the overseer, overseer Cynthia Butler. She is our pastor, and she likes to keep it real. She's down to earth. She talks to the congregation like she's talking to, family, because of course we are all family. So anyway, she tells jokes, and she talks about, she goes through and she gives us the Bible teachings, but she puts it in a way that it's understandable and it makes sense to everybody, and it's applied to everyday life. Even though it happened all these thousands of years ago, it's applied, the principles are applied to everyday life. So we had service that day, and of course we laughed throughout the service because of the things that she was talking about. And then after service, we all sat around, and it was time to have our dinner. And so if you want to know what was on the menu, let me tell you, because it was really good. We had, of course, the collard greens that I brought to the dinner, and then we also had green bean casserole, we had macaroni and cheese, we had sweet potato casserole, we had ham and turkey and fried chicken, because not everybody likes turkey and ham. But everybody likes chicken. So we had fried chicken. And then we had, my daughter makes this wonderful broccoli cornbread. And it's broccoli and cheese cornbread. And it is wonderful. If you've never had that before, you'll have to look up the recipe. I don't know what else she puts in hers. Otherwise, I would tell you, but I do know that it's out there somewhere. You may want to look at some of the different recipe sites, or just Google it, broccoli, cheese, cornbread. It's wonderful. But she made that, and then we had, corn and, oh my goodness, so much food. And then we had all the desserts that went along, mostly cakes and pies and cookies. Not much of anything else. No puddings or anything like that. Just cakes and pies and cookies. And so we all sat around for hours and just laughed and talked and enjoyed ourselves. And they sang happy birthday to me, and it was wonderful. My children were there, all except for my son. My son lives a little further away and was not able to join us, but he did call me and wish me a happy birthday, which I absolutely adored. And then the grandbabies, my three teenage grandbabies, two of them are working girls. They both have jobs. One works at McDonald's and the other works at Chick-fil-A. And they called me from their job and wished me a happy birthday. And so it was such a wonderful day. And of course, I had the little grandbabies there who are walking, and and my 8-year-old grandson, he called me because he went skiing this weekend. And I've never been skiing, but he went skiing this weekend, and he has family that had come in from out of town on his dad's side of the family, and they wanted to take him skiing. And of course, his mother said yes, and he got to go. And I saw the videos, and he was so adorable in those skis, kind of pushing himself backwards, but he was really going. And so anyway, he called and wished me a happy birthday, and it was just wonderful. And so that's what I did on my birthday. I spent it at church, enjoying fellowship with friends and family, and pigging out, making a complete pig of myself because I just ate and ate and ate. And then I came home, and I was in such a festive mood, I decided that I was going to finish putting up my tree. Now, mind you, I've been working on this tree for 3 days. And you would think, because, okay, now don't laugh at me, people, but I have a 4-foot tree. It's not a big, tall tree because I live in a small apartment. I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. It's kind of cramped in here because I'm preparing to, buy land and have my home built. But in the meantime, I have this little small apartment, and I didn't want to put this great big tree in this small apartment. So I have a little 4-foot tree. You would think it would take me like maybe an hour to get it all lit up and put the ornaments on it and everything. No, it has taken me 4 days. So what I did when I got home, I went and pulled out the tree, and I got it all put together. And of course I had to spread out the limbs, because it's a fake tree. I'm not big on doing the real trees because I just don't believe in wasting that money and killing our resources. Trees are the gift of life because they breathe in carbon dioxide, and they take off all that carbon dioxide, and they breathe out oxygen. So why would I want to kill a tree that is giving me life? It's helping me to breathe. So I stick with my fake trees, my artificial, let me put it properly, my artificial tree. And it's, I put it up every year, mainly for the kids. It was a struggle for me this year, I have to admit. I just was being so lazy, and I wasn't in a tree decorating mood. You ever have those times where you just don't feel like it? Well, this was my time. I just didn't feel like it. Well, my birthday, I just got a spurt, and I decided I was going to go ahead and get this done. So I went and I had lights already, and I just pulled out the tree and I put it together, and I spread out the limbs, and I put all the lights on it, and then I proceeded to decorate and put all the ornaments on it and everything, and I stuck it in the window. And I went ahead and I hung lights and I framed the window with my lights. So and my tree is all white lights. I don't like the multicolored lights. I used to when I was a kid. I just thought the multicolored lights were beautiful, which they are. But as I've gotten older, I think I've gotten to a point where I like it a little more simplistic, is probably the best word that I can say. So I wanted something a little bit more simplistic and all one color. And so I have all white lights on my tree, and I have it decorated with the gold bulbs, and I have the gold lame bulbs and then the sparkly gold bulbs. And I have 2 turtle doves, and then I have some music notes. So I kind of got it decorated pretty nice. And then I have a big gold star on the top. So, and then I went ahead and put the lights all around the inside of the picture window that's in my living room. And just so I can make sure everything looks beautiful, I went outside and stood on my porch so I could look. You know how we do. You have to stand on your porch and just look at it, or walk out to the street and see what it looks like from the outside. And of course, it's beautiful to me, and that's what matters. Who cares what anybody else thinks, right? If you don't think it's beautiful, what's the use? So, after doing that, now here comes the challenging part, people. Of course, I went shopping, a couple of days last week, about 4 days last week. And I got the grandbabies. I have 9 grandbabies. 8 of them are here with me, and I have my little forever angel. She's 3 months old. She passed away last February. And so she's my little angel always, and she's with me always. But I went shopping for all the other grandbabies and got them clothes and that kind of thing, which, I explained in the episode before. But here's the thing. It has taken me forever to even wrap them up and put them in Christmas bags and get them under the tree. So that's what I'm doing tonight, believe it or not. I am sitting here talking to you guys and contemplating getting this done tonight. That's my goal. So, and by the way, I have a nice tall glass of wine that's going to help me. If you believe that. So, anyway, but that's how I spent my birthday. I spent my birthday putting together the trees or putting together the tree, not trees, only one, my little 4-foot tree. And, afterwards, I had a moment. I had a little bit of a breakdown. Okay. Not because I'm getting older, but because this time of year, I really, which brings up another subject. Let me kind of get this out, and then you'll understand what I mean. So, how many people out there, and this is sort of a rhetorical question because, you can answer me back, but I can't see you answering me back. So, the question is, how many people out there are by yourselves for Christmas? Well, I'm by myself for Christmas this year. And, or I should say during the holidays. And recently I found out it's going to be for Christmas because my ex-husband has invited the kids to come spend Christmas holidays with he and his wife in their new home that they just built. Which is wonderful, and I encourage my kids to go, and I'm like, your dad's getting older, and he's kind of sickly, he's a little older than I am, 5 years to be exact, and he's kind of, not in the best of health. He doesn't take good care of himself, and so you need to go see him and see about him, and I firmly believe that